Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Blue Flamingo. I'm Abatage and we're going to have another go at this. It's been a while between drinks, so it might not go very well. Gotta remember the controls as well, so maybe we'll do a couple of runs in this video. I'm sure you can tell just by the length. Okay, what do we got? That's right. Yeah, can't remember what bomb is though. It's probably B or something, isn't it? Something like that. Oh, that train is actually moving down there. That's pretty cool. Now, I used to have great ideas as a kid that I'd make an amazing train set. And I even started it once and I had a pretty epic train set. But never got around to actually finishing it and making it look all beautiful and everything, because really that's the boring part. I just made the track and, you know, used to play with the train, but that's about it. So, yeah, I'm always in admiration of anyone who has a complete and well put together kind of train set, or model, or diorama, or what you want to call it. That's part of why I like this game, I think, is because it's a realized actual model of an area, like an actual landscape that someone's built and filmed and made and added some cloud effects and, you know, edited together, and all in all it looks pretty great. And I'm not doing so well. My health is already terrible, as I'm sure you can tell. This is not good for a level 1 flight. But as I said, I am a bit out of practice. I am a little bit rusty, so to speak. Just like this metal below us looks fairly rusty. Get caught by that beam. But, you know, it's been Christmas and it's been holidays and it's, you know, coming up to New Year. It might even have been New Year by the time this is up, who knows. I'm in between at the moment. And, man, I'll tell you what, I'm trying at the moment, my main focus with gaming is trying to play all the games that came out in 2017 that I want to play but haven't played, if that makes any sense. So, not necessarily all the games, but just there's a few key titles, because, you know, over on my blog, which there's a link in the description, not that I want to talk about that too much, but there's a link in my description to my blog where I write about games and, you know, I get to write deeper on particular games. So, wait, it has to be green, doesn't it? But one thing I do like to do, which I did last year and I'm going to do again this year, is do like a Game of the Year type post. And so to decide on a Game of the Year, I like to have at least played a decent amount of all the games that I think would be contenders. So, you know what I mean? Let's upgrade the gun. Wait, this is where I need my mouse, isn't it? Yeah, let's upgrade that. Not going to upgrade that. Let's keep, yeah. So anyway, that's kind of been my focus around Christmas and New Year, is getting through some games that I probably haven't got to enough yet. For example, Nier Automata, which it might sound odd to say, but I kind of feel like it's a high contender for my Game of the Year, simply based on the demo that I've played. So I've never got around to playing the full game, just because it's one of those timely, you know, high time investment type games. And it's the kind of game where I know once I start, I'm not going to be able to put it down. Because I did play the demo on PS4 and loved every single second of it to the nth degree. Oops, that was before. But yeah, bought it on PC and just have never actually fired it up. So I wouldn't feel comfortable saying, oh, this is up there for Game of the Year, when I haven't actually played it and all I've played is the demo. So I want to play a good chunk of it before, you know, deciding on how I feel compared to the rest of the year. Similarly, I have been playing Horizon Zero Dawn on PS4, and that game is good, but not as good as I think everyone goes on about. But having said that, I may not be far enough into it still. But I'm glad I got to play... I'm glad I'm in the midst of playing it, I guess, is the real point. Because I feel like I've played enough to have an opinion, where it's very good and I can see it getting better. I'm just not sure if it's, you know, as phenomenal. Like, it would have to do something pretty bloody phenomenal in the final section of the game for it to, you know, go above just being really cool. I really like it, don't get me wrong, but, you know, it's not exactly blowing my mind right now. So yeah, there's that. There's like Tacoma, which I haven't played yet. I need to play some more of the Surge, which I've been playing on PS4. Very cool. I know it's a Darksiders. I know it's a Dark Souls ripoff, but I like it. It's sci-fi Dark Souls, man. What's not to like? Really. So, you know, that's probably up there for me. Divinity Original Sin 2, I haven't finished yet, but I've definitely played enough of that to know, oh boy, what a game, kind of thing. I'm trying to think of other titles that I'm still waiting on playing. So I've already been putting in a bit of effort to try and play the 2017 games. Like I played Blackwood Crossing. That one, oh my god. That's up there for Game of the Year in my book. I loved it. It was amazing. And it's very comparable to Virginia, which I gave Game of the Year last year. So, you know, there's a good reason to play all these games, because then you can have an opinion about them. And I'm not someone who likes to... I don't like saying Game of the Year like before the year's over. I always find that a bit weird. Like, you know, it's November and someone said, oh, this is my Game of the Year. It's like, well, it's not really fair to anything that comes out in December then, is it? And I know you can roll that over to the next year, but still a bit, yeah, it's still a bit fishy. But hey, we managed to survive the second level in Blue Flamingo right now, so we're doing alright. This distracted talking about stuff is really... Ooh, double upgrade on the gun. That might be really good. Sometimes talking shit really helps you just kind of go with the flow of a game, and seems to be helping here, so... No, our health is not looking too brilliant, but hey, that's something. We've got double upgrade on the gun now. Ooh, it's so much faster. Ooh, this is quite good, actually. Definitely prefer this to the bomb upgrade, which I hardly ever use bombs, so I should use them more, I guess, but I like this because you can just duck in there, and hopefully it means I will be like ramming less planes. I say that as I ram into something, but hopefully being able to fire faster means that I can kill things before they hit me. Although I've already hit 2, so, you know, who's to say? Yeah, I'm trying to think of if there are any other games that I need to play. There's other stuff which I don't have and I'm not really interested in, like, you know, Nintendo games, that sort of thing. The thing with Nintendo is I'm super happy that it exists for people who love that sort of shit, but it's just not for me. You know, last Nintendo console I owned was, well, if you want to get technical, it was probably a 3DS. But before that was the SNES. I loved my SNES, it was great. Had a lot of good games on it. Had Mortal Kombat, had NBA Jam. Never got into like the first party stuff that much. And I think that's what really puts me off Nintendo, is the first party stuff, because it's pretty much all they've got 9 times out of 10. The Switch is an interesting case though, because I think half the reason the Switch has been popular, which is a good thing, is that they've supported a lot more third-party stuff, and they've really put in a lot of effort to get third-party stuff onto the system, which I'm all for. However, the stuff that they've got on the system, I either already own on PS4 or on PC, so I'm not about to go buy a whole new console just to, you know, play the same thing again on a different system. That would be silly. Especially I've also got a Vita which has a lot of like indie little games on it that I've already played, so you know, for me, there's no real interest in something like the Switch because I just don't care about. I don't care about Zelda. I don't care about Mario. It's just not my thing, and that's cool. It's just not for me. You know, it's just a taste thing, and I've already spent my money on a PlayStation 4. I'm not going to go buy another console when that one's fine. You know, I don't have a problem with it. I've got plenty of games on there that I haven't played yet. So, you know, this idea that you're meant to own every single console is kind of, I don't know, it frustrates me, and it's very elitist, I think, to think that you do. And it kind of annoys me that a lot of games media kind of expects you to own every single console and go, well, you should get it on this console because that's the best version. And it's like, yeah, bitch, I don't have every console because, you know, I've got a wicked PC, which is where all my money went, because I use it for work and pleasure. So, you know, tend to be a one console kind of guy most of the time, so hey, that's how I roll. And that's cool. And like I say, I'm not dissing anyone who has a different opinion or a different preference, you know, that's fine. We're probably going to die in this next one, so let's keep it for a high score. So, you know, that's just me thinking out loud, like, yeah, I don't really care what you're into. If you love Nintendo stuff and you're a real Nintendo fanboy, I'm like, that's awesome, dude. There's stuff that they're killing it. Like, even as someone who's not really into Nintendo, I can appreciate that they are killing it for all the fans that are into Nintendo. So, you know, that's rad. I'm really happy for you, like, genuinely. Because I just love gaming, and to know that there's other gamers out there who are having a good time is, you know, it's kind of like I'm having a good time in a way. That's why I like sharing things. It's really easy. Like, simple. So, you know, that's why I never get into, like, the whole console war thing or any of that bullshit. You know, there's pluses and minuses on everything, and ultimately I'd like it if everything was available on every system, because I just want to play games, man. Kind of why I'm more of a PC gamer, because most things are available on PC these days. Most things, I'm not saying all things, but you know, PC gamers are spoiled for choice, and I just died. But that ends that rant about stuff. High score! Nice one. Crashed on level 4. You know, that wasn't so bad. That was a pretty good run, actually. I'm not going to do another one in this video. We're going to leave it at that, because that was decent enough, I think. And as far as this game goes, I don't know how much further we're actually going to get as far as success-wise. So let's bring it back to what we're actually watching and playing here. We've had 15 takeoffs, as you can see down in the stats there. We've killed 1,354 enemies. Target practice, I'm not sure what that means. Maybe that's like the score that we've got? No clean sheets, so whatever. Obviously that means no damage taken in a level, so you know, haven't done that before. But yeah, I really like this game. This is a really rad game. There's nothing wrong with it as far as I can see. It's very, very bare bones, and it's very simplistic, but there's definitely nothing wrong with it, so you know, that's not my point. My point is, though, I just don't know how much more I can get out of this as far as video goes, because I don't know how much more entertaining it's going to be, and if it's even entertaining right now. But hey, I'm enjoying it right now, and I'm going to do at least one more video. But then there's some other shooters and stuff that I think I'd like to feature, which are possibly short and simple as well. So, excuse me, I was just opening up some some soda water. But anyway, that's where we're going to leave it. So, hey, I'll catch you in the next one, and we'll rant about some other shit right then and there. So, thanks so much for watching. It's always fun sharing these, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.